Hello dear viewers and victorious creators of my channel. Today I want to introduce you to a new cookie that has cottage cheese inside. The ingredients needed are sour cream, cottage cheese, unsalted butter, flour and sugar. And the last thing you will need is baking soda. I'm usually using Russian soda because it doesn't have salt in it, but you may try to use American one. Also, you will need some measuring cup and either parchment paper or the wax paper. And for the baking, we need a baking sheet. We need to make our butter soft because it just came out from the freezer and it's very hard. Preparing to soften the butter. Now that my water is boiled, I'm going to pour it into a glass a little bit. Pour it back, but in order the butter to fit the glass, I'm going to make the butter stand up. Now with the hot glass, I'm covering my butter and letting it stay for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then you'll see how the frozen butter softens up. It's just a simple glass, nothing extraordinary. It's just my tea cup. While the butter is softening up, I'm going to add the sour cream mixing bowl. I'm adding 8 tablespoonfuls of sour cream because I don't want to wash my cup twice. That's why I'm eyeballing and doing it by tablespoon. So this was 3 and 8, and this is enough. Well, now that the 5 minutes is gone by, I'm going to show you how my butter is softened. See, it's so soft that I can just cut with a fork. Actually not cut, but slice with a fork. And I'm going to add this onto the sour cream. Oops, good I had the paper there. That's an oops moment. So the butter was 1 stick. Total is 4 ounces. For 6 to 7 spoonfuls, I took 1 out. You will need 1 stick of butter, which is 4 ounces. Start mixing butter and sour cream together. We don't need this spoon here. Well, now that my butter and sour cream are mixed, I need to let you know that I'm not using any type of blender or any type of mixer. But if you have a hard time of mixing with fork, I figured out that even this type of mixer is not needed. That's why I'm using just simple fork. I'm not using measuring cup either because I know that I need 1 cup for the beginning, and then we'll add in case it's not enough, because we need to make very consistent dough. For the beginning we are mixing with the fork, and then when it gets more difficult to mix with fork, I'll start using my hands. So as you could see, I added almost half. I'm going to add less than half. So then, okay, now I'll add more in order to get kind of consistency of a bread. When you're trying to make a loaf of bread, you're using 1 cup or 2 cups of flour. So this is half cup. Now I'm going to start using my gloves. Adding more. Wow. I'm gonna add the rest. Because I already added soda, it's very easy to move the dough. It's just my gloves are so large. Okay, I'll need more flour. As you can see, the dough is sticking to my hands. And that's it. 1 cup is done. Well, it turns out that 1.5 cup wasn't enough, and now I'm going to add more. Together with 1.5, it's gonna be 2 cups. Let's add on top of our dough, and as you can see, I'm doing this fist turning like so. Okay, now my dough is ready, and I'm going to cut this into 2 parts. And by saying cut, it's just divided by hand into 2 equal parts. Make a round like so, and that's 2. Each one will be divided into small balls. Let's start with this one. make a space. And let's do this into half. And this one again into half. This one again into half. So now we have 4 balls ready to be divided again. This one is kind of small. I'm gonna add from this one. Because of my gloves are too large, I'm having a hard time of working. Well, okay. Again into half and again into half. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, right? It's supposed to be like this. I'm starting the process of making mixture to put inside, and this is our cottage cheese, Russian style tvorog, and I'm using 4 tablespoonfuls, which makes half cup. Besides cottage cheese, I'm going to use 2 tablespoonfuls of granulated sugar. You may use even brown one, but I won't recommend. The white sugar in this recipe is better. Well, that's it. If you like sweet, you may add more, but I don't want it to be very sweet. And mixing with a spoon. By the way, here I had 4 tablespoonfuls. I'm adding half, which is gonna make 2 tablespoonfuls of flour. And that's it. I don't like using measuring cups that often. I always eyeball. I thought of adding vanilla powder inside this much. By the way, the consistency of this thing is almost the same as the dough consistency. So it's not dropping. Dear viewers, I ended up with 14. And now that I'm done with the balls, let's start making our Tvorozhniki in Russian, and in English it will be cookies with cottage cheese. From our bowl I'm going to make almost a square, or rectangular is better. Because the mixture is thick, it's not gonna run anywhere. After placing the mix into one corner of our cookie dough, to start folding it like you would fold dolma, if you can remember from my previous recipe, the Armenian dolma, and folding it one more time, and voila, we have our future cookie. See how it looks from the sides? This part goes to the bottom. We are gonna place it this way on a baking sheet, and for now it's gonna stay here. I'll show you one more time and then I'll do the rest. So cookies with the cottage cheese filling. I'm going to place it towards one side. We're kind of stretching the dough so we can close it. And then from the sides, folding inside. Then we have this. And then fold again. Like so. And we're done. 1 and 2. So don't worry if the bottom part crooked or whatever. That's it. Well, here is the final result before putting into the oven. Clear, bake. Well, let's do on 380. There is no preheating for these cookies, and I'm placing it on the second, closer to the heat. Well, dear viewers, our Tvorozhniki is ready. Well, I took out my cottage cheese cookies from the oven after 35 minutes, and they have some type of golden brown color on top, and on touch they're kind of not soft anymore. If you push it will go down, but it's not as soft as at the beginning, so you can serve with tea, coffee or fruits. Now we're going to use sugar powder to coat them, and that's it. Let it get cold a little bit. Well, this is the final look. I used my windowsill grown peppermint to make it look more festive. Hope you like my today's recipe, and please don't forget to leave comment and subscribe for more interesting recipes.